We're back in here again. Unfortunately, for those of you who watched my reaction review of Big Sean and Metro Boomin's Double or Nothing album that came out over the weekend, you would know that the video got removed due to the higher ups, and I know specifically what happened, and I'm a little peeved off about it. So just set the record straight. We don't mess with you on this channel. However, that will not stop me from making sure my opinions on this project are still public and they are still known. This video is going to be a little bit shorter for anybody who's already seen my Big Sean Double or Nothing album review, and maybe you've downloaded it beforehand. Go ahead and re-upload it just so people can see it. But the Double or Nothing album that came out over the weekend, how was I feeling about it? And now that I've had a couple days to, develop an even bigger opinion of it, what do I think? I think that the album was very underwhelming. Unfortunately, I think Big Sean, his biggest setback is the fact that he goes into or seems to go into these sessions in these studios and these songs as if he's trying to prove something to someone, and every time he raps it's always as if he's trying to flex. We're always trying to swag rap, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, we got artists like 21 Savage and Migos that do the same thing, but they do it in such a way that you don't notice it as much. Like, they don't put as much emphasis on their swag or on the money that they have. They mention it and they drop it carelessly, they drop it freely. Big Sean, on the other hand, he makes clear emphasis of it, or uses the opportunity that he has in his music to place value or significant importance on these things that he's talking about, even though they're very fickle, and for the most part, in his position, you wouldn't really need to make a big deal about. Like on the track So Good, where he makes clear emphasis over something so simple. It takes sex and makes it one of the most cringiest things possible or imaginable. How you make one of the most enjoyable experiences on the planet cringy is beyond me. Pussy so good, I never fuck you in the ass. Like, what? I think he does well enough with a lot of the other songs on here, like the track with 2 Chainz and Big Bidness. I like the intro track, despite his exterior lines. And Travis Scott makes a really strong performance on that intro as well. Another track that they do pretty well on, in my opinion, is the Savage Mode or S4vage Time track, where Travis Scott has a surprise feature and comes in at an extremely pivotal moment. Right when Big Sean finishes rapping, Travis Scott comes in and completely finishes up the song. Nice beat switch on the end. I really enjoy it. Metro Boomin is a producer that I feel is used a lot in the industry, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just think since people think other artists sound really good with Metro, that any artist is gonna sound good with Metro, or that every project with every artist, as long as it has Metro on it, is gonna sound amazing, and that's just unfortunately not the case. I think Big Sean does well enough with the tracks on here, at least being able to carry him with his charisma, or being able to carry them with a vibe. But as far as adding energy to a song, I think he's way too monotone. I think he's way too laid back to be trying as hard as he is too on some of these tracks. And when I say trying too hard, I mean that he's rapping in such a way that is supposed to be interpreted by the audience as serious. He doesn't rap and drop these bars or drop these things in these songs as if they're supposed to be taken with a grain of salt. He wants them to be taken seriously. That's why I said artists like 21 Savage and Migos and even Lil Pump, they do these songs all the time, and yeah, nobody has an issue with it because they don't rap as if they're serious about it. They rap as if they're just trying to find something to rhyme with the word that they just said, or something just to drop in there. Nobody's thinking that they're these strong rappers. Big Sean, on the other hand, you can tell is actually trying to do that. And to be honest, I really wouldn't feel the need to mention anything about this in regards to Big Sean if he wasn't the one calling himself one of the top lyricists in the game right now. The dude makes multiple references even on this album of him being the greatest of all time. I'm the king of Detroit, and he says it unironically. The features on this thing aren't really that strong. I think majority of them try to go over well, but I think the Swae feature is completely unnecessary. The Young Thug feature, although it's eccentric, I don't think it's necessary. 2 Chainz, like I said, was okay, and the 2 Travis Scott features were great. But when listening to this project, I can't shake the feeling that I would enjoy these songs so much more if there were a rapper on here that wasn't trying so hard to be a good rapper, but just falling short completely. I mean, I hate being this guy that nitpicks about stuff like this, because Big Sean is the last artist I would want to do that to, but you look at Big Sean, and then you look at his name. I mean, even his name is compensating for something. He's clearly not big, and I don't think that's trying to be ironic. I don't think he's trying to be funny when he said that. I think this is how he views himself. I think him taking his filler lyrics so seriously is what holds a lot of this album back for me. Makes it a lot less enjoyable, and the emphasis that he places on things that are very tangible just kind of ruined the experience for me. You'd think with a pretty solid release like I Decided earlier this year that he would kind of continue that pace or become better, but it just doesn't show up on this project. I also think him adding another verse after every single feature on this song shows a bit of the insecurity or trying to maintain the dominance or presence on the track. I mean, if you have to rap twice or you feel that your contribution to the track was so little that you need to add a verse after every feature that's on this project, I think you'd be better off seeing a therapist than trying to convince me how big your junk is. But Metro Boomin is still on production, so some of these songs sound good based off that. And if you can get past Big Sean being boring on a good portion of this album, you may enjoy it still. But after a couple of days of being able to listen, unfortunately the score has gone down. Big Sean, Metro Boomin, Double or Nothing album. Like I said, just feeling really indifferent toward it. It's been Shawn C. I hope you enjoyed the video. And do you think Big Sean succeeded? See you next time, and I'm out. Peace.